we're going to be talking about a collaboration within Open Compute between the Immersion project, the Immersion community, and the Open Accelerator Infrastructure project. So I'm going to hand over to my valued colleague here in OCP, Cheng, who is who's running the thermal focus group within the Open Accelerator Initiative. Right? So, yeah.
Thank you, Rolf.
Feel free to take it away.
Yeah, this is Chen. I'm a thermal engineer from Meta. I'm also the workstream lead of the OAI Cooling Workstream. We're glad to have an opportunity here to introduce our collaboration. So you probably have seen this material before. What does the OAI Cooling Workstream do? Basically, we establish specification, framework, standardization, best practice, or advanced cooling solution for OAI systems and OEM products from module level to system level. We have done past works on OEM 1.0, EBB 1.0 specifications guidelines. We have done design guidelines case studies around the co-play cooling studies. While on 2022, this year, we start focusing on OEM 2.0, EBB 2.0, and also alternative technology to sustain OEM 2.0 and beyond, which is immersion cooling. This is a glimpse of the OAI group's scope. So what we do, we have a lot of group members from different backgrounds. They are hyperscale users, they are chip providers, system designers, integrators, component providers, solution providers. While we have 5 work streams across system, high-speed cooling, power, and tool. This is also a timeline of what we have released that we're talking about releasing from the OAI work group. More specifically into the OAI cooling, we develop thermal specifications. We provide thermal design guidance. We release the reference designs and case studies. We do performance benchmarks. We also look into novel cooling technologies. Co-play cooling, which I've done a lot of around it. Immersion cooling, which we are looking for help from the immersion group here to really help us out on this. On the right side of the page, you'll see OEM 1.0, EB 1.0, UAV liquid cooling solution, OEM thermal test vehicle 2.0, which are some of the past works or / some in progress. The overall goal of the collaboration, why we reach out to Rolf, why we reach out to the cooling environment immersion group, we want to bring the immersion technologies closer to our partners. If you try to categorize all the topics into different buckets, we look at performance efficiency evaluation. We want to design hardware for immersion. We want to look into the material coolant qualification, reliability, compatibility, and finally, some specs and guidelines for production. From the OAI side, we have a lot of technical strengths, but more focused on hardware design validation, component solutions, performance efficiency benchmark, et cetera, but we don't have the strengths from the cooling environment groups. I'm not going to read out for you, Rolf. Those are all your strengths, and your partners. Okay, we're going to start focusing on those areas. If you look at broadly over a wider scope, longer timeline, thermal characterization, material compatibility, signal integrity evaluation, and the cooling requirement. There are a lot of contributions from the cooling environment immersion group already across most of the topics, and we are also trying to tie them to the OAI products to put this more quantifiable and into things we can publish with better clarity for the partners. Okay, next I think goes to Rolf.
Thank you. So yeah, and this is really what OCP is all about, right? We've got a lot of expertise in our communities. We want to make sure that everybody collaborates. Collaboration is key in empowering open solutions, right? So within the Immersion project, we've got quite a few work streams that are fully aimed at enabling IT equipment within Immersion, right? So 2 very important work streams in particular is the IT optimization group, which consists of the authors behind the white paper that has been released in 2019, all about optimizing IT equipment for immersion-cooled environments. And the second group, which is very relevant, very important group, is a group that has been represented here earlier by Punit Shivaprasad from Shell. It's the material compatibility group. These both groups are looking in depth to, respectively, the IT platform in full, and the materials group at the component compatibility, the materials that are used in the manufacturing of IT equipment, chemical tolerance within various immersion fluids. So what we've done is we reached out to these groups and gained their expertise in facilitating and supporting the OAI workstream for their thermal and also chemical effects regarding immersing these upcoming chips. We're drawing on various other work products that are coming through OCP right now. So one of these is the immersion fluid spec by Intel, which is going to be relevant as well for the advancement of this group. Simply because it provides a baseline, so you don't have to test against 100 different liquids. So especially the last year, there's been a lot of new liquid vendors coming into the OCP domain, getting interested, wanting to supply to the immersion market, right? And to test against every single fluid, it's just not doable. So this is where the relevance comes in also to an actual project where we're looking at chip design. So this multi-level support structure is something that we've implemented with material compatibility support, mostly facilitated directly into the OAI collaboration as an observer to these meetings, and these are confidential meetings, right? So Punit is providing that support from the material side in that community directly, representing the broader community and all the information that has been worked on within the materials group. Discussing test procedures, material selection, and compatibility considerations. There are separate work group meetings that we've set up where we're involving a broader engagement. So the initial meetings we've drawn from the authors of the white paper for immersion optimized IT equipment, which brings in a lot of knowledge and awareness around platform design considerations and things like heatsink design, which we discussed in previous presentations as well. And we're also supporting some more specialized meetings. So last month we had a fantastic meeting which was fully aimed at the thermal aspects, the heatsink design parameters, how we're going to get to an appropriate heatsink design that is properly suited for immersion. So we've pulled in thermal experts from all of the immersion companies. The ones that we're aware of, the ones that are participating in the community, right? So for these specific topics, we're reaching out specifically to all the contributing companies in these work streams to become part of this. Signal integrity is something that we haven't covered yet, that will happen in upcoming meetings, and again, we'll be drawing pinpointed support from experts that we know that exist in the community, that we know that have contributed in the past to a lot of the work that we're doing, right? So we're trying to really thrive on the base that we've built over the past couple of years in getting all this expertise activated in OCP, in this case, to support another OCP project. So this is the end of this session. Call to action here is, hey, again, same as in previous presentations, we need your help. We need the expertise, we need the participation to help out the development of IT optimized platforms, new chip generations that will be suited for immersion, for liquid cooling in general, but in this case, particularly for immersion. And we're going to need help with the optimization. So the way to help, if you're willing and able, join the immersion community calls, that will get you started. Sign up for and volunteer to work streams, to participate in these work streams, dial into these work streams, get yourself known, contribute, speak up, join the discussions, and you will get drawn into some of these other work projects, work efforts that we're doing that are really impactful. Right? So thanks for Cheng to reach out to the community, set up the collaboration, and thanks to the community for helping us out. If there's any questions, feel free to stand up, walk up to the mic. When it comes to the content, this is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.